Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I want to revisit a block that I have made before. This block is worth repeating. This is called the pineapple block, and I want to show you how easy this one is to put together. So come along and let me show you how I do it. What I like to do is start out with two contrasting colors, and then you want to take that fabric and iron it and get it ready to cut. The first thing you want to do is cut out a 2.5-inch block. And then with the white fabric that I'm going to be using, I am going to be cutting 1.5-inch strips. And with the red fabric, I will be cutting 1.5-inch strips also. I found it really helpful to have each color in a different basket. That way it stayed organized through the whole process. This block comes together so quick. Watch how easy this is. I take the white and the red block, and what I want to do is make sure I cover up the red from point to point. I'm going to just roughly cut it. I want to make sure to overshoot it a little. Just like this, you don't have to measure. I'm just cutting enough to do all four sides. It really is that easy. All you have to do is put all four pieces, one on each side, and you want to sew down 1/4 inch seam allowance and cover all of that up, and then get your tool ready, and it will be time to cut it out and get ready for row number 2. If you are enjoying this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and consider subscribing. I really love to show what this looks like after I get all the four pieces on, because it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like I did it right. But just watch how this comes together. You want to take it over to the iron and give it a really good press before you get ready to cut it out. Up in the left-hand corner there is exactly what this tool looks like. It's called a pineapple tool, trim tool. And on your very first round, you want to look for the number 1 and see where it says round 1. I didn't center that very good. But I'm going to take that number 1 box and I'm going to make sure it fits right in the middle there. And I'm going to cut around all 4 sides. I will put a link down below if you are interested in this tool. There are several different ones to choose from and I will place them all there. I can honestly say this is one of my favorite blocks to do. It is so much fun, and when you see the end result and how perfect the points are, and you've seen how I sewed it on, it is just such a fun block to make. And you could stop there and make a quilt of a bunch of little squares. There are so many things you can do with this block. And now, just like before, I'm going to roughly cut enough red strips to cover all the way around this block. These are cut, the strips are cut at 1.5 inches. The middle square is a 2.5 inch block. I'm not sure if I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning. And then once you get this block all sewn together, you are going to want to take it over to the iron and press it just like we did before and get it ready to cut out. And now we are on round 2. You never count the middle. You start on the outside, 1, 2. And now we're going to look for the block that says 2. And you want to take that square and center it right in the middle around your little red square and cut out all the way around all 4 sides. It is so fun to see this block come together. It is such a pretty block, and when you use contrasting colors like that, it really stands out. This size would make a great coaster, or you could also make a quilt with just this size, or you can keep going. Remember, all you have to worry about is the point to point. You don't have to worry about the sides. The sides slant in at this point. I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure from the point to point is covered. And just like before, you want to get ready to give it a good press and get ready to cut it out. And then at the top of this block is a line, and you will, for round 3, 5, and 7, you will use this line to cut out this block. So all you need to do is take this, and you're going to do each side just like that. Line that line up right with that line, and cut it out on all 4 sides. And what a pretty block this is. I always think every time I go around that I could stop and I could make something with just this size. And just like before, once you get this done, you want to give it a good press and get ready to cut it out. And every time before you cut, you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I know I'm on round 4. And then you want to find the 4 on your template here where it says centering square, round 4. That square goes into the middle and cut around all 4 sides. And just continue doing this. This block goes around 8 rounds. And now it is on round 5. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, always double checking. 3, 5, and 7 are on this line, and you just want to line that up on all 4 corners and cut it out. And now we are on round 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always double checking. And we will find the 6th centering square. Right there it is. And you want to put that in the middle and cut all 4 corners. And now it is time for round 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, and 7 are on that line. And you want to make sure you go all the way around and cut all 4 corners. And then we want to count and make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now we will do the number 8. This is such a pretty block. I never get tired of making these. These are so much fun. Now it is time to do the corners. For the corners, you're going to need a 5-inch square block. What you're going to want to do with that is cut it on the diagonal, and that will be what you use for each corner. And then you want to put the number 8 right in the middle. That is your centering square, and you want to cut all 4 corners. And then once you put everything together, look at all the pineapples that are formed. You can make so many things with this block. I hope you give it a try. At the end of this video, I will put up a couple of my other videos if you'd like to click on them. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching.